Hellos and welcomes back everyone, AnthWolf here with more Pillars of Eternity. When we finally came back, we rested up at the Goose and Fox and we're finally ready to return to the primary or main story quest, Never Far From the Queen. Merwald, the previous watcher we found in Cadnuria, told me we might find the leaders of the Leaden key in the City of Defiance, never far from the Queen. It's there I must go with him to track down the man who triggered my awakening. And we find out the Queen is Queen Woedica, one of the goddesses. Her temple is in ruins, but we did find an entrance here in Copper Lane through the catacombs. Viserys, have we spoken to you before? I'm guessing we have. You just look unfamiliar. I recognise the name though for some reason. Anyhow, so let's get over to the catacombs. I believe this is the entrance. Let's activate fast mode. I had a quick look, re-familiarise myself. It's been about a week since I actually played any Pillars of Eternity. I've had plenty of videos uploaded and ready for release. And yeah, I had a quick look. Our stronghold, we are currently making the barracks. We're about 19 hours away in game time of actually having that complete. Our characters are level 7, getting on towards level 8, which is quite reasonable. As we completed quite a few side quests. I think in the last episode we were actually finishing off the lighthouse. And then we realised that there was evacuation papers on the second floor. Which was silly of me. We do have we did find a ring that increased deflection, didn't we? Well, there was an item which increased deflection. Trying to recall who I actually gave that to. Actually, it may be in my stash. Let's have a quick look. Braces of deflection. Actually, is anyone wearing them? No, some people have space. Yeah. In case we want to take Palagina, but right now that's fine. Kana will give you more deflection. Because sometimes you do end up in the front line. Yeah, okay. That works out, and this is the way to the Temple of Woedica. In fact, let's drop a big save. Excellent. Right, let's have a look where we are. The Temple of Woedica. There's something there. Is that like a glitch? No? Yet. Well, we're definitely in some sort of ruins. Whoa! Sorry, that made me jump. In front of you looms the ghostly hollow image of a man who was present at your awakening. He casts a pale, sickly light in the dank corridor as he regards you.
You are from Kratom, my boy.
His words echo in your mind from a time long past, and you know your response before you speak it, as if it has always been. Yes, I was born there.
A remarkable city, truly one of the most impressive we have encountered outside of our own. Many exceptional people who have joined our cause come from Kratom. What made you decide to join our order?
Interesting. We have quite a few responses now. I went through dark times, nothing made sense. All that changed when your order came to my homeland.
Little makes sense in the false contexts much of the world has lived under for so long. It is by the mercy of the gods that our faith has been able to reach so many of the heathen in more recent times. Are you ready to take the oath? To spread the word of the gods to the lost and heathen?
I am. Okay, Eva, I've turned my volume up, but that's just really loud in and of itself. Interesting. So we've encountered the rogue man we met, I think it was like episode 3 or 4 in fact. Hello. Who are you? The mercenary eyes you warily as you approach, his weapon readied. What are you doing here? You don't like one of that masked lot? I left my mask inside. Let me past. He thinks carefully, then nods. Alright then. Go on in and report to the Acolyte and she'll find your assignment. They should be just about finished with their meeting in the big chamber. Do you know anything about this place? As far as I can tell, we're underneath first fires, probably under that ruined temple. Any idea what's going on? A word of advice, friend? Don't ask questions. Just go and do what you're told. Farewell. So, some meeting in some big chamber. They are allowing us to progress, but let's check the other way first. And it's a dead end. Oh no, no it's not.
Hello? Hello?
Keep an eye out for traps actually in this place. This... Hi.
This I haven't seen before.
This can be clicked on. And that was why. Interesting. Good thing to be scouting for traps. We find secrets like this.
Now this I haven't seen before.
Yes, yes, Duran. Let's get to work. You failed to disarm it. Oh dear. Yes.
See now what the flame has shown us?
You think you hear the faint sound of whispering coming from the skulls, but the words are intelligible. Nice. The rugged wilderness hat. +1 constitution and survivor. Giving +2 survival. Balloons. Peridot. Sure. Has anyone got a decent, like a hat that they could switch out for? Alof, you probably... you could use the constitution, I suppose. +1 intellect. Ah, you're already wearing one. Go on then, everyone can wear turbans. Yeah, everyone's wearing turbans. Apart from, well, half of my partners wearing turbans, let's be fair. Oh well, we found a puzzle there. Is anything here?
I'll see what I can find.
Doesn't seem so. Okay, let's see if we can bluff ourselves any further into this ruined temple. More mercenaries. We should talk to some of these people just to see what they say. The Acolyte's crankier than usual. One of her masked friends got lost in the sewers, it seems. Oh, yeah, that would be the dead body we found at the beginning of the catacombs. I don't understand all the secret handshake business, but it pays. Did he send you to check? Did he send you to check on the nervous kid in the library? One of the other men swears there's a secret treasure chamber down here. Yeah, I think we found that. Head straight for the salty mast once we're done here. Oh, okay, never mind. You're heading straight to the salty mast. We have 2 ways. That's the greater direction, so let's go this way. Hello.
Something over there.
Indeed. A fine rod, scroll of protection, and some more copper once again. More mercenaries? Let's have a talk with you. Some sort of symbol in this dais. Or dais, whichever way you want to say it.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of excitement so far, but at least it's easy coin. The Acolyte's crankier than usual. Kid in the library. One of the other men swears a secret treasure chamber. Binding copper and primal rock. Where does this lead?
Nice and quiet.
Alof falters and brings a hand to his forehead. He staggers a step forward, coughing and spluttering.
Back, ye Claude! Those hooded fiends are nigh to be trusted!
Probably not, but there's no reason to be rude. Alof, are you unwell? Alof grimaces, catching his breath. It's nothing, I'm fine. This probably isn't the best place to linger anyhow. Cheers, Alof. And your split personality disorder. Guess there's something this way if you're going to be acting like that.
Hello?
Big. You hear murmurs and chants on the other side of the door. A ritual of some sort is already underway. Let us retreat from the door. Oh! Let's see if we can just prompt that event again. Just so I know I'm not missing anything. It looks like... yeah, cool. So there's definitely something going on in this room. Let's go the other way first then, before we see what's behind door number 1. Some sort of ritual. Somehow we can tell through the door. Makes me curious, but we'll see if we can get any more information before we trigger any events.
Hello? Hello?
Some cheese, some grain, and some oil. It's that symbol again.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
By the deeds of my tongue and... oh, that's not it. Guessing you're the Acolyte. No, you're initiate. Let's have a talk with you.
Gods keep you.
A lone figure paces back and forth, tapping his fingers at his sides, muttering to himself. He jumps when he sees you, his hands on his chest. By the flame, you startled me. Where's your mask? It's too itchy. I'll put it back on for the meeting. Well, don't let anyone inside see you without it. They're keen on anonymity. What are you doing here? I've been practicing the passphrases. I know them backwards and forwards, but I get so nervous every time I think about repeating them to the Acolyte. You can practice on me. Okay then, here it goes. First question. State your name and purpose. The answer. My name belongs to the gods and my hands to their service. I should probably be writing these down. Hopefully I remember them. My memory is very bad. Let's see how this goes. What company do you seek? I seek the company of shadows, and our labours may remain silent. Belongs to the gods and my hands to their service. Company of shadows. Tell me of your labours. To see that the craft of Kilf and Wilder does not disturb what the bones have buried. How do we know your purpose? You shall know it by the confession of my tongue and the deeds of my hand and the oath on my soul. Riddles upon riddles. What bones the gods have buried. It's very dramatic, isn't it? Oh, I'm sorry. Please continue. Fifth question. And how is your oath guarded? It is sealed by the leaden key. Yeah, let's try it again. Name and purpose belongs to the gods. Company of shadows. Labours, craft of Kilf and Wilder does not disturb. How do we know your purpose? Know it by the confession of my tongue. And how is it guarded? Sounds like you've got it. I do, I think. I'm just going to practice a few more times by myself before the meeting. Do you need to know anything else? Can I borrow your hood? Of course not. The Acolyte will kill me for sure if I approach you without it. I promise I'll bring it right back. Oh, I guess there's no harm. Just don't tell anyone I gave it to you. You can't be serious. Tell me about the meeting. This must be your first time. The Acolyte communicates with each of us individually to hear about our progress on old tasks and to assign us new ones. It's a unique process. She's a cipher, so she can speak to you without words. Fascinating until you realise she can probably read your thoughts just as easily. What do you know about these tasks? Only what I absolutely need to. We protect the secrets of the gods, so discretion is essential. We receive our instructions from the Acolyte, just as she receives hers from someone else, and so on, right up to the Grand Master. Our role is to obey, knowing as little about the overall plan and each other as possible. Can you tell me about these secrets? You shouldn't even be asking. Whatever they are, they're secrets for a reason. Our job is to guard them, not to know them. Then how can you be so confident you're doing the right thing when you know so little? That's easy. The Leaden key has been around for ages by the blessing of the gods. You only have to look around to see the perils of trying to usurp divine power. Killing a god in the Saints' War has cursed us all, and the heresy of animancy has only worsened matters. Try to replace a soul and you inevitably end up with a monster. It's all been a warning. There are some powers we just shouldn't have. I see. We've been entrusted with important work. It's an honour, but not without its challenges. Goodbye. Okay.
Let's see what lies this way. A simple test.
Oh, now we might as well just take it all. The Kreen that was and still is. A book lies on the table, its pages filled with some kind of intelligible cryptography. And, okay, so we have 5 questions with questions and answers that we may be queried on by the Acolyte if and when we encounter her. We picked up a hood, didn't we? A Woedica hood. A dog mask bearing the stylized countenance of Woedica is attached by thread to a black hood. Worn together, they obscure most of the defining features of the wearer's head. Oh, okay. So now that we have this hood, maybe we should walk into this room by ourselves, like our main character. Otherwise, the rest of the party may be questioned about why they're not wearing their masks. Yeah, you look like Dr. Doom. Yeah, okay. This seems right in my head what we should be doing. But I'm going to forget the questions and the answers. You hear murmurs and chants on the other side of the room. A ritual of some sort is already underway. Yeah, we will choose number 2. We will continue into the chamber alone. You open the door and stride into the chamber. Several shrouded figures are lined up across from a hooded woman. The figure at the head of the line approaches her, and the woman places her outstretched hand on the stranger's forehead. They stand in silent communion as you look on. A few moments later, the stranger steps aside and resumes his place in the circle around the statue. The woman turns towards you. You are late, attendant. Even though her face is concealed, you sense her rage in her dangerously low voice, and in the sudden silence of the others in the chamber.
I've been waiting on your reports. Quickly now, state your name and purpose.
The woman beckons you closer with curling fingers, and she rests her open hand upon your forehead. You feel the heat of her palm through the thick material of your hood. Her voice is so low and soft you're not certain whether she's speaking aloud or in your head. My name belongs to the gods, and in my hand to their service.
What company do you seek?
Let's not go with number 2. I seek the company of shadows, that our labours may remain secret.
Tell me of your labors.
See that the craft of Kilf and Wilder does not disturb what bones the gods have buried.
How do we know your purpose?
You shall know it by the confession of my tongue and the deeds of my hand and the oath on my soul.
And how is your oath guarded?
It is sealed by the leaden key.
Welcome, attendant. Tell me of your exploits.
In your mind you see a building, magnificent with trellises and tiles, and located on a pristine boulevard. The wealthy and learned stroll in and out, trading knowledge and coin.
Does he wait still?
Yet it also houses misery and madness. Somewhere within its rotten core sits a man. His hair matted, but his eyes alert. He watches and waits, a prisoner by choice. Yes?
Did they arrive?
The Acolyte's vision takes you out of Defiance Bay and to a town in the wilderness with a watermill. A signpost on one of the paths reads Deerford. Several figures huddled together, shrouded in cloaks and hoods. An image of ruin suddenly looms in your mind. 2 skeletal effigies flank a cleft in the mountainside. It's uncertain.
Your information shall be relayed. Now, for your next task.
The ruins fade from your mind, and in their place are a pample set of a neighbourhood. Run-down estates are cobbled around a cemetery and an ancient tower. Savage shapes prowl the streets, and in the tower a man hunches over a strange mechanism. You can't see him clearly, but there's something unnatural about him.
Stop him. And above all, don't let him meet her.
You see a woman deathly pale with a scar over her heart. The Acolyte shows you a door in the base of the tower, a seemingly impenetrable slab of stone and copper. But then she shows you the invisible split between the perfectly matched halves, and you understand how the copper veins convert a command into action. The command comes to your mind, a surprisingly familiarity about it. You now know how to open the door. I think this might be the door in Heritage Hill. We did encounter that kind of undead woman. I'm guessing that might be the woman who is deathly pale. And we did see a tower, but we had no means to open it. Maybe this is what the Acolyte's referring to. Okay. Yeah, I suppose I shall. Prevent him from meeting her. Her hand rests lightly on your head. Have you any questions, attendant? Sorry, I'm just going to get myself comfortable. Who are you? I am the Acolyte. That is all you need to know. Remind me about this man in the tower. Ah. Show me the prisoner. Ah, I see. In your mind you see a building magnificent with trellises and tiles located on a pristine boulevard. The wealthy and learned stroll. It also houses misery and madness. Somewhere in its rotten core sits a man, his ears matted but eyes alert. I wonder if we've encountered this before. It looks like it might be another area in Defiance Bay. I don't really want to ask what is this place, because we could be in trouble. But I'm curious. Tell me, what is this place? It is what remains of the Temple of Woedica. The fires of revolution destroyed everything above us and left the remains abandoned. Perfect for our purposes. Farewell. Travel to Deerwood Village. What's happened then? Undying Heritage. So we have 3 quest lines now. The Hollowing of the Deerwood. The Leaden Key Acolyte showed me a vision of an agent in a place of misery and madness. I need to find this agent and discover his or her plan to see if it holds any clues to finding the man I'm searching for. The Leaden Key Acolyte showed me a wealthy neighbourhood that is also housed by misery and madness. There is someone waiting. Perhaps the gods will know of it. Okay. Worth asking somebody, is it Justicars? I believe so. It showed me a village of an ancient tower in the derelict district of Defiance Bay. There was a strange man in the tower working on some kind of machine. I don't know where she is, but I suspect she holds a key to what happened there. Perhaps the patrolling Justicars will know the city well. I'm quite sure this is going to be Heritage. We probably were meant to come here before we actually explored most of Defiance Bay ourselves. And then we would have been hinted at to go to Heritage Hill, which we were locked out of. And then finally, the Acolyte's vision showed him a mysterious ruin somewhere outside of Deerwood. Leaden Key has sent operatives to find the site, though their purpose is unknown. I don't know exactly where these ruins are, but perhaps someone in Deerwood Village does. We haven't been to Deerwood Village yet, but we have got the capabilities of travelling there. This looks like... interesting. The Talk of Defiance, of Concentration. Ooh. Nice. Oh, hello. A minor adventure. Pelagina. Yeah, sure. Devotees have placed all sorted keys, their teeth filed away among the runnels of wax. Stealth run. Where does this lead? Will it tell us? Is this a stupid idea? Wait. Pause. Okay, quick save. Don't mind us. Just passing through. Oh, this might lead to the ruins of Woedica, because there was a pillar, like a slab of stone. Maybe. Yes. Excellent.
A moment, please. I feel I should explain myself.
Ah. Alof, you finally want to talk to us about what the hell's going on with you.
About my episode in the catacombs. There's something I should have told you earlier.
Yes, that's an understatement. He claps his hands together, slowly massaging a knuckle with his thumb. I meant no harm, I just thought I could keep it to myself. That when we resolve the matter of your soul, we could also address my little problem.
I also have an awakened soul. But unlike yours, mine is a presence that shares my senses and my skin, making herself manifest at the most unwelcome times.
He closes his eyes and grits his teeth. His lips quiver and twitch with the vestiges of some internal debate. Several seconds later he opens his eyes again. They're watery and bloodshot.
I'm sorry. I've tried to learn to control Isilmir. I've gotten stronger, but so has she.
Tell me about her.
Artless, uncouth, a creature of rash impulses and feeble faculties. She wags her impertinent tongue when she should listen.
Aye, this one's fit to boil. Hard to get this gaff over anything tisn't to do with books and spell speak.
I have none of her memories. Baraf spared me that much. But her coarse manners and intolerable hill speak suggest a provincial from a very, very long time ago. She tends to surface a hair's breadth from conflict, when the fuse has burned down and teeth are on edge. And when she shows up, she doesn't stop to gauge her situation. She just acts. She does seem reckless. That's it exactly. You recall the way she goaded those villagers in Gilded Vale? She doesn't think, and she doesn't back down. and trying to suppress that has been my problem for years. Why didn't you say anything sooner?
I learned to keep her a secret a very long time ago. Those with awakened souls are shunned, mistrusted. And after your experience with Meerwald, I'm certain you can see why. You need to be careful.
Is this going to be a problem?
Merely an annoyance. Although...
He lowers his voice and clasps his hand behind his back. Minute twitches and spasms along his arms betray his fidgeting.
Defiance Bay is said to have an entire institution dedicated to the study and cure of soul-related ailments. Since our journeys have already brought us to the city, perhaps we could speak with someone there.
Certainly. If it's helpful to you, yeah, we'll check it out.
Thank you. This has been a great burden.
Yeah, it's time to get moving. So we have finally a quest for Alof. Two-sided. Alof revealed that he is an awakened soul. Isilmir dwells within him. He's asked for help in finding an expert who understands his predicament. A Brackenbury Sanitarium. Okay, that's where we're heading. Probably. No, hello. Getting distracted.
On your word.
Yeah.
Indeed. So we have Heritage Hill to investigate. We need to speak to the Juster Cause about a place of misery and madness. And Brackenbury Sanitarium. And then I'm guessing through Hell's Gate might be the primary quest. But all three of these seem to be important for some reason or another. They all may have answers to our main quest line. Okay. I guess this is a good point to end. We went on for a little while, but we've actually got some more progress, which I'm very pleased for. I hope you've all enjoyed this episode. This, of course, has been AnthWolf, and this has been Pillars of Eternity, as always. I will see you for more in the next video. Feel free to comment below if you so decide to. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Till then, take care. Bye-bye now.